Computerwife.
Back with another reading right after Halloween. This week, we have a really special election tarot reading edition. And we're going to be looking at the future of the United States as we know it. It's not going to be a pickle pile this week just because it's a very powerful week. So we want to make sure that we get a pretty standard generalized reading across the board. So we're going to look at what is going to happen for this 2024 election. Okay. So right off the bat, we have the Magician. We have the Four of Nets reversed. The Five of Tentacles upright with Squidward begging in his tin can. So, if you're in the United States, this is going to be a bit of a crazy election. I'm really sensing that, with the Magician, there can only be one candidate, right? We all know this. That's who we're voting for at the polls. I think this kind of represents the general collective in this card where we're just desperate for answers, for new beginnings. But it's going to be turned on its head a bit this year. So I'm seeing that our two candidates, Kamala and Trump, if I'm not mistaken, they are going head to head and they end up I'm feeling really strongly that there is a tie this election. And so basically they've decided to do things a bit differently. So for the election, they tie, and then it goes to the Electoral College, also a tie, 269 to 269. And they decide to do things a little differently, and what better way to kind of represent Las Vegas and our country than the Sphere in Vegas? So I think the Sphere, as there's a lot of spherical imagery here, I think the Sphere will be center stage for some sort of duel. Spirit is sending some audio transmissions to me. I'm hearing that the candidates will be stripped down, and I think that's literally. I think they will be in their underwear. And I think we're going to learn a lot about the two candidates when we see them kind of oiled and lubed up in their underwear. And I'm hearing that they're going to have this battle in the Sphere on Thanksgiving, and the battle is going to be to the death, to kind of once and for all settle this tie. A lot of people are, kind of numb to violence. And so it seems like the presidential candidates really want to make a mark on our society and kind of like rewrite history. It seems like the Orwellian Hunger Games timeline is inevitable. So they're just going to duke it out until one of them dies. Now, I do want to get some clarification because it could be pretty gruesome. So, yeah, it is ultimately up to fate here with the Emperor and the Eight of Nets reversed. I'm feeling like it's going to be extremely bloody. And we're also going to discover that Kamala has a tattoo on her lower back. I think it's of her husband or maybe a lover in the past. I am feeling like it could say Barbie girl on it, just with the whole feminist movement of that movie coming out. I think there's going to be a lot on the line. It's going to be very exposing. Melania will be there. She's going to be in the stands watching really intently. Joe Biden is also in the audience, and I think he will be eating ice cream. Yep. And I really feel like it's going to be kind of the show to end all shows. America feels like it's falling off the map, and they want to do something to kind of put put the country back on the radar of relevancy. And so ultimately what ends up happening is that, Kamala kind of goes directly for Trump's extremities, goes for his eyes. She blinds him in the first part of the battle. And Trump is going to retaliate by body slamming Kamala. And ultimately, he's going to be on top of her, crushing her as he dies. And so the two of them actually end up dying together, holding hands. And so that's kind of the prediction I'm seeing for this battle. And then, so both of them end up dying. And then the camera pans over to Joe Biden in the audience. And the people collectively just know Joe Biden is going to run for another term and be in office for at least 4 more years. They might change the Constitution a bit for him. But anyway, we hope that you enjoy this general collective reading for the election. I think it's going to be a great show at the Sphere. We're actually going to travel to Las Vegas for it. So we hope you all like and subscribe and come back next week for an update.